Yes, sir. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you once again for joining. This your boy JB. You are live right here, tuned in to the Black and Gold Show on a very special occasion right here. This is the 2026 National Signing Day Recap Show. And literally about 15 minutes ago, I just got here. So I'm going to give you guys what went on at the National Signing Day event that I just left. So I'm going to give you guys the real scoop from the show and some updates on all the players we signed. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you. Come in the chat. What's up with you, my guy? What's good? So I'm excited. I'm excited about this show. I'm excited about this upcoming season. And it's a great day to be a Hornet. Now, as always, I want you guys to do these three things for me before we get started. First of all, please hit the like button. As always, it helps get in the algorithm with all the other HBCU content. Helps you find the show quickly, and it helps the channel grow. So the like button is very important. Also, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of content, mostly Bama State, but also you get other content as well. And share this to your people. You know, anybody that likes football, anybody that likes Alabama State, anybody that likes to hear podcasts, sports podcasts, send them here. Tell them to holler at your boy, man. I'm going to give you some good content. So do those three things for me, and we going to be all right. Now, before I get started, let's quickly go through the sponsors. As everybody know, we are sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. This whole podcast network is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. So if you're in the market for a new Benz, any pre-owned vehicle, go to the website, check them out, jackingrammercedes.com. Or if you're in the Montgomery or surrounding areas, you can go visit the location, 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. Also sponsored by your favorite apparel brand, my favorite apparel brand when it comes to the Bama State gear, the Yard Apparel brand. Check them out. The season is coming up. Spring ball, then you got the summer, then you got the fall. So we got a lot coming up this year, and you go get your gear right there, man. The yardapparelbrand.com. Check them out. My good friend Demetrius Mickles, he does a great job with all of that stuff over there. So check them out, the yardapparelbrand.com. Now, what I'm going to do tonight, what I'm going to give you guys tonight, hey, shouts out to Hornet Sam. Hornet Sam made it. What's up with you, Hornet Sam? Thanks for joining. And big shout out to everybody who supports. People that come up to me when I go to these events and say how much they appreciate the show and appreciate me for doing this. No, I appreciate y'all for watching. Because if I didn't have an audience, if I didn't have people watching the show and, you know, giving me my props, I wouldn't be doing the show. I would just be talking to myself. But thank you guys. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. That's why it's so important to subscribe. I think we're like 869. So please help get this thing to 1,000 and let's keep growing before the football season, man. We're in February. Super Bowl is this Sunday, but spring ball is what I'm excited about. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up there because we're going to talk about what was said at the National Signing Day event, but I am excited about this. So this is the spring ball schedule, right? And as you can see at the top right there, that 3-4, that's March the 4th. So spring practice starts in about 30 days. Well, a little less than 30 days because we in a short month. So probably about 28 days. You got spring practice gonna start. Then if you go to the bottom of that 4/11, that is the black and gold game. So make sure you guys remember April the 11th, The black and gold game. That's your spring ball game. We are having a spring game. It will be an event, and you will be able to come out and see what the guys have done all spring. And it's going to be a great event. They got a few scrimmages in there too, and I would definitely be giving you guys some insight on these scrimmages, these practices, and things of that nature coming up in about a month. So I was excited when I saw this, right? Because I'm already ready to see the pass pop and see the guys on the field. And, I want to see what the team look like because we got a lot of new additions on top of the guys that came back. Shouts out to the chat. Go Big Bama State. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for subscribing as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about spring ball. But before I talk about the players, man, had the National Signing Day event. Just went down at the Stadium Lounge a couple hours ago. It's very imperative that you guys invest in the NIL fund. So we do a lot with that, and like I say, when we do the points giving challenge during the season, and you invest that money, it all goes into the NIL fund. You can just invest anytime you feel like it. Just scan a QR code. Text Swarm is one. Matter of fact, I think I still got it. I can tell you guys what to do to actually. There you go, to donate right there. You just text Swarm as one to 71777 to donate. And like I say, at any time, and you can donate any amount. If you don't have $35, you can donate 15, 10, 5, whatever you can, and it goes straight to the NIL fund for the student athletes. We got to support our own, right? It's very important that we do that. So I'm gonna leave that up there for a second. But talk to Coach Eddie Robb. Shouts out to him. He was in attendance. New offensive coordinator, Tony Hull. I met him. It's Coach Hull right here at the podium. Met him. Great guy already. He's excited. He spoke on getting the call from Coach Robinson, offering him the job. And he was excited. He was like, yeah, no doubt about it. It was no I'll think about it. It was like, yes, he admired Alabama State, Coach Eddie Robb in this program from afar for the past few years. He talked about that. He was previously at Grambling and UAPB as the offensive coordinator. Now he comes over to replace Coach Chris Barnett, who has moved on to North Carolina Central. And we wish Barnett well, but we wish Tony Hull even more, right? Because he's our guy now. So it's going to be hard to duplicate what we did last season. And everybody knows that. But if we can get on that same wavelength, the defense get better. And all we have to do is just continue to do what we've done. And we'll be okay. Kilpatrick is tapped in. Dave C is tapped in. Chris Gerard Photography is tapped in. Thank you guys for joining. We here, baby. I'm a little late tonight, but I had to go do to the signing day event. But yeah, shouts out to Coach Tony Hall. Chopped it up for him briefly. Good guy to meet. I will be talking to him in the near future, hopefully to get him on the platform, So that'll be something good, man. Got to talk his offensive philosophy. Coach Erod right there with all the press around him, man. He'll probably be on the local news tonight. You'll probably see some Coach Erod talking on social media. Me and him chopped it up off the record. Just talking with no cameras or whatnot. I'm gonna have Coach Erod back on the platform this season. I'm gonna have him back on. Also, going to New Orleans for the Legacy Bowl. He's gonna be there. I got good news pertaining to Legacy Bowl. I'm going to share with you guys next week, so stay tuned for that. But Coach is excited. He's excited about what we got, about the young guys. He talked to me about some position groups that need to get strengthened, and he wants to see what the guys have, right? So definitely this signing class was a great class. I mean, it has to be proven on the field, right? We can always sit here and of course I'm going to vouch for the guys, but it has to be proven on the field. And I'm sure all the young guys that's coming out of high school, all the recruits that we got from JUCO or D2, D3 guys, or from other D1 schools, all the guys coming in, I'm sure they know that as well, right? So it was definitely spoken up on tonight, and that's where we at. So, like I say, you can text Swarmers one to donate. Text Swarmers one to 71777. Donate to the NIL fund, man. It goes to the kids. It goes to the kids. All right. Speaking of the kids, right? Speaking of the kids, we got 3 high school kids who signed to Alabama State. This is Joseph Hampton right there, JB Hampton. He comes from Pelham, and he is a linebacker. Now, I think I got some. And shout out to him, man. He reached out He reached out to me immediately when I followed him on Twitter. So shout out to the kid. I thought I had his stats, but I think he had a bunch of tackles for loss and tackles, and I think he's gonna be a guy that can come in and contribute right away. Right. Want to see what Coach Erod does with him. Does he come off the edge? Where does he go? So I'm excited about him. Also excited about this kid right here. This is a long snapper / linebacker, Christian Walker. You know, and if you go to his social media, you'll see him. All he doing is snapping the ball and lifting weights, man. So I want to see this kid get some action at the linebacker position too. But long snapper is a need. People look at the long snap and say, oh, all they do is snap the ball. But it's needed. You have to snap the ball for the punter. You have to snap that ball right, because if you don't, it could be very detrimental. And Coach Erod loves special teams. When they spoke tonight, the first person that spoke after him was special team coach Ronnie Scott. Right? He said, come on, special team first, then his defense, then his offense. Hey, shouts out to Avamo, man. Welcome back to the chat, Avamo. Start saving it for the points challenge, because that offense put holes in our pocket last season. Boy, did they. Yes, they did. But it was very exciting. Very exciting. And this kid right here I want to talk about too. This is All-State 6A first team offense, Joshua Woods, running back, newest member to the 334 stable, signed today. I actually have his stats from last season right here. Let me pull them up for you guys. I don't have them on the screen, but I got them right here. So J-Dub, Joshua Woods, 24 rushing touchdowns, 1,531 rushing yards, 7.1 yards after catch, or yards after carry, my bad, yeah. And 18 receptions, 176 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. He had a great season, right? Great season for this kid right here coming out of Clay Chalkville. Their running back room is loaded. Yes, it did. I hollered at Coach Lou. He said, I got 10 to 11 guys, and all of them ready to play. That's high praise. That's high praise. Yeah. Yeah. But like I say, it's to be determined, because we got to see these guys on the field, and it starts in spring. That's why I'm excited. You know, they're having the meetings and stuff now, working out. But once the spring ball hits in about 28 days, we'll be able to see who's got the goods out there, right? And I'll be watching closely, especially the young guys. I like to watch the young guys, because you pretty much know if you got some guys that's been on the team 2, 3 years, 4 years, you know what they can bring to the table. You always want to see what the young guys can bring. Is there going to be a freshman, true freshman, that comes out there and show out in the spring, show out in the summer, and earn a starting position? Because it can happen. Excuse me. That's right, Dave. See? Absolutely. Iron sharpens iron. Now, got choked up a little bit right now. Let me do this right here. And in case you guys missed the spring schedule, for the late people that came in, that's your spring ball schedule right there. Like I say, March 3rd, first day of spring practice. You got 3 scrimmage games in there on those Saturdays. And then you got the black and gold game on April the 11th. So I'm really excited about that. All right, I get my vocal box right. Gotta get back right. So it's right around the corner. Right around the corner for sure. See y'all comments. Need at least a couple of those. Yes, absolutely. Now I don't have a full roster for you guys, but it's coming soon. And once we do that, probably when spring ball gets going, I will do a roster breakdown for you guys. I just don't have it right now. It's too early. But we're gonna go through the roster before the season actually starts. You know. But that's your spring schedule right there. Now, I'm gonna run through the National Signing Day guys that signed early. I'm gonna run through the transfer portal guys that we got, just so you guys can know and get a glimpse of what we got. I already did this before, but we're gonna do it again, just so you guys can see. Just so you guys can just see the players, and I'm just gonna talk about like what was said. So all these young guys coming in right here. You got Jeremiah Collier. And matter of fact, I need to pull them up too so I can see. Y'all, if y'all hold on for a minute, because I want to go along with this. Pull these guys up. Yeah, so Jeremiah Collier is the linebacker. He's from Jonesboro, Georgia. So, like I say, Coach Gresham, when he got up to talk, he say we need this defense to be better. And he's going to put emphasis on that up front, right? Linebackers, D-line, edge rushers. It's an emphasis on that. We're going to be good, I think, in the secondary. I think we're going to be good. But we definitely have to get better at stopping the run because it was some teams that kind of gashed us last season. We know this. So we have to get better at stopping the run for sure. Who's the next guy right there? Thaddeus Parsons. Let me see. Thaddeus Parsons. He's a big defensive lineman from Birmingham. So we got a lot of in-state kids as well, right? That hope to come in here and contribute. So just going to these guys, said Collier was a 3-star linebacker out of high school. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these, we have some 3-star guys. And you can't just say, okay, because this guy's a 3-star, right? Don't say he chose Alabama State because he couldn't go to such and such school. That's not true. Because you look at the national champions in Indiana, they had a bunch of 3-star guys on their team. So it's not about who has the most 5 stars anymore, who has the most 4 stars. Because you had a team for the 3 stars win a national championship and go undefeated in the Indiana Hoosiers. So these 3-star kids are hungry and they're good, right? So that's a great point right there by King K. Great point right there. So that is Parsons. What high school is he out of? I'm not sure what high school he's out of. I am not sure on Hornet Sam. They don't have the high school on there. Let's see who we got. Jaden Jones is another Birmingham kid right here. He's an offensive lineman. So a lot of these kids are in state. In state, you know. For sure. Said Parsons out of Minor. Okay. Jaden Jones, he out of Birmingham too. Shouts out to Avamore. One thing can be said, our coaches can find the talent. Absolutely. So when anybody questions me about can coach replace guys, absolutely, because he can go find them. He can find them for sure. Yeah, he will turn them guys to beasts. I believe in Coach E-Rod's philosophy, his process. He is one of the coaches that still depend on the high school recruits too, because like I said, he can get them in and mold them. And you have to fit the program, right? You have to come in here and do the work. You got to get some guys out of transfer portal too, because you got to have experience, because so many guys leave. But these high school guys are your bread and butter. Those are your guys who are going to play hard. Those are the guys who are going to earn their spot. Absolutely. And the stars don't mean anything once you hit the campus. Yep. And he got that strong pipeline. We got 48 kids in the state. 48. They had a graph on that as well. So, absolutely. The bowl game, and we're going to make it to the Celebration Bowl. If you talking about a bowl game, yes, the Celebration Bowl. But we got to handle business. We got to make it to that SWAC championship first, So a lot of that depends on, we got to get to that SWAC championship. It's steps. We got to make the correct steps. Win all the SWAC games, go to the SWAC championship, win that. Then we go into the Celebration Bowl to the ATL and win that too. So, but it starts right now, though. It starts right now, right? Let me just go through some of these guys while I'm talking, because I don't want to keep y'all too long. But absolutely, the work starts right now. This is a kid from Roanoke, Alabama, country boy, defensive lineman, Tamarian Phillips, right? So, Coach Gresham made emphasis. We got like 5 D linemen. We got some linebackers in here. And these guys going to come in and put in some work. We got a wide receiver in John Austin right there from Mobile, a kid that's probably going to come in and play. I'm excited to see him. I heard some good things about John Austin at the wide receiver position. So I'm excited to see, especially all wide receivers. We got about 5. And I want to see what those guys can do, because we lost a lot at the wide receiver position with Jalen Jones and John Harrell, Asa Gregg, Dylan Jetty. We lost a lot. So we got to see what we can do with that wide receiver position to get some guys in here to play, that's ready to play, right? Deontay Hicks. I think Deontay Hicks come from, where did he come from? Orlando. There's another wide receiver. Excited about him. So Orlando kid, we got these wide receivers, ladies and gentlemen. They can come in here, and if they put that work in through the spring, summer, get to the fall, those guys can play. They can play. And I'm definitely going to pay close attention to the wide receiver room once we get to spring practice, because we need to know who we got, right? We need to know who we got. Well, we know who we got. We need to know what we got, basically. Zion Crawford. Excited about this kid, too. This is a cornerback, I believe, or a safety. Cornerback. He from Atlanta, right? So we got some kids from Georgia, too, on the team. Kewan Lamb Gregg. I was excited when this is a Birmingham kid. I think he's from Ramsey, if I'm not mistaken. Ramsey High. I could be wrong. If anybody know this kid, is he from Ramsey? Let me know. I think he is. But yeah, that boy is fast, for sure. If you talk about Lamb Gregg, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, they got to get some chemistry, too. Got to get some chemistry. So we got 3 young guys, 3 freshman wide receivers, and then we got 2 transfer guys, too. So, yeah. Lamb Gregg, for sure, is one of the guys that I'm excited about, and he definitely has some speed, for sure. Absolutely. Let's see who's next on here. Pure 4, Makai. He is, where is he from? He's a quarterback. He's from the Gump. He's from the Gump. So, there we go. Montgomery, Alabama kid right there. Then we got Cameron Pittman. I think this is a tight end, if I'm not mistaken, from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Big kid right there. I saw his highlights, So, and tight end position, I think we're good at, because we got some guys coming back, but also good to have young guys in the room who could potentially work their way up, get some playing time, compete, and Who knows? We may use the tight ends even more because we started using tight ends late as the season went on last year. If y'all remember, we had Harden. We had, I'm trying to remember the other kids that we had. We was using Manny Thompson. We was using those tight ends. So it's always good to get some come in, and those guys can block. And don't forget about this kid, Aaron Fry, right? He's a champion right here, you know. Kid from Birmingham. So, and he's already, I think this spring, I'm gonna get a close look at him. I think he's already on campus, if I'm not mistaken. I think coach said he's already on campus. So, okay, Greg from Parker. Okay, Parker High School, my bad. I thought it was Ramsey. He's from Parker. So, appreciate that, Hornet Sam. But Aaron Fry, man, Clay Chalkville, champion right here. Won the 5A championship. The running back, we got a running back that was also on that team. So, yeah. Absolutely. Sanquinetta said the boy from Mississippi gonna play ball. Yeah, we got to get some boy from Mississippi too. You know, we got this whole pipeline: Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, all the surrounding areas. You know, the pipeline goes as far as you can drive on a tank of gas, right? We got to get them. And Fry was the MVP of that game. Dave C pointed that out. So I think he'll be ready. Now, we're good at quarterback with Body and Smoot, but Fry, I'm telling you, now I'm excited about him because I see a lot of potential. A lot of potential. Like I mentioned on the show Sunday, I believe, he could have went somewhere else and probably actually played. But for him to come to Alabama State, this is big. This is big. So don't sleep on this kid right here. Then we got Adrian McLeod. This is an offensive lineman or defensive. Yeah, offensive lineman right there from North Carolina. So some more beef up front. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I don't want to mess it up. And I'm going to call him Kim. I'm going to call him Kim. Hollywood, Florida kid from Chaminade, Madonna. There's a lot of that prep school, Chaminade, Madonna, produced a lot of NFL talent. A lot of NFL talent. And I saw the highlights. He's a mauler. He is a mauler. I won't be surprised if he plays as a true freshman. I won't be surprised. So remember that right there. I got to come up with a nickname for him. I'm going to call him Keem right now. Yeah. What's up with you, TJ? Shouts out to you, man. You always show up. One of my regulars. All right. And can't forget about the guys we signed out the portal. Makai Blue. Can't forget about that. Offensive lineman. So those guys, these guys out the portal, don't forget, these guys going to be ready to play too. He from Rio Grande Valley. Offensive lineman right there from Texas. Right? Can't forget about, Jace McDonald. So we got some good guys. Don't let the portal guys make you forget about the high school guys. And don't let the high school guys make you forget about the guys out the portal. Because all these players are going to be on the same team. They're going to be on the same team. Yeah. Back to what I said about Chaminade. Powerhouse down there. Jeremiah Smith comes to mind. Yep. Absolutely. Jace McDonald, man, Gainesville, Florida, he's a safety, right? Just going to run through these guys. Who else we got? Trent Henry right there from Troy. You know, he played at Troy. Cornerback from Miami, right? So that's some more experience right there. Mitchell Robinson Jr. Very excited about this linebacker. Chicago kid. Robert Morris University transfer. I think he can come in and play. Absolutely come in and play. So, Zach Williams, UAPB kid. He coming over here, cornerback from Memphis, Tennessee. So, I already know what he can do. I already seen him play. I've seen him. We know exactly what he can do. Kilpatrick said John Austin. Another Keyshawn Johnson, big body with him. Okay, that's high praise right there from Kilpatrick. He knows about that kid too because he's from Mobile. So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Kilpatrick. Dylan Horn, defensive end right there. Defensive end, Florida boy, coming in, ready to play, right? Jerice Howard, Lincoln University, running back, right? St. Louis, from St. Louis. Add him to the 3-3-4 stable. He ready to go. I seen his highlights too. Big kid, powerful runner. Excited about him too. I'm just ready to see the roster with the numbers. I'm ready to see the roster, what number they going to be wearing so I can keep my eye peeled. Rashad Watson, another linebacker right there. Florida kid. All right. Got Jordan Brown, tight end right here. Texas kid. Another transfer coming out the portal. Right. So we have filled up a good roster. Good roster, guys. TJ Ramsey right here. This is a running back / wide receiver. Excited about Ramsey too. He's fast. That boy 4'3". Can't teach that speed right there. Just put the ball in his hand, let him go to work. Landon Vassell. This is the quarterback, JUCO kid out of Cisco College right here. Texas kid. So this right here is big too. He comes in very well prepped. Sean Salisbury was his was a mentor. Showed him the way. So he's going to be ready to play. Now, the quarterback room, and I said this on the show Sunday. I said we got the best quarterback room in the SWAC because you got Body coming back, who was the HBCU Player of the Year. You got Tayshawn Smoot, right, coming in, who's undefeated. Did work when Body went down last year. Didn't lose a game. Put up great numbers. You got Aaron Fry, 5A state champion. And you got Landon Vassell coming in. So, a highly touted JUCO kid. Quarterback room is great. Can't forget about Israel Tate. This is a wide receiver I'm excited about. Lincoln University, Memphis, Tennessee. From Memphis, Tennessee. But Israel Tate, another kid coming in ready to play. So, we got a lot of talent that came in here, right? A lot of talent. Question in the chat is, I don't know, is Zaquan Patterson? That's a good question. Is Zaquan Patterson coming in back? I'll have to get back with you on that. I'm not sure. I got to get back with you on that. But that's it. That's a lot of kids. Here's Joshua Woods right here, Clay Chalkville High School, right? Running back from Pinson, Alabama. I just talked about him earlier. Pelham kid from Pelham High School, Joe Hampton. And then that's our long snapper / linebacker Christian Walker right there from Tampa. So we are loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go. And oh yeah, Jamara Holtzclaw is back. Running back. He is back. Tayshawn Sims, safety, is back. And of course, Andrew Body's back. So we got guys that came back out of the portal. We got guys that transferred in the portal. And we got a lot of high school kids. So props to Coach Eddie Robinson and his coaching staff. Jawan Lewis, recruiting coordinator. Gresham defensive coordinator. New OC Tony Hull. The whole staff, man, for the great job they did with this 2026 signing day class. Great job, man. So I got to give them a big shout out right there. For a job well done. Now it's time to show on the field. It's time for them to put in the work, and let's show it on the field, and let's see what the guys can do. Because as you know, we got a nice schedule right here coming up for the 2026 season, and the schedule is, you can actually say it's tailor-made for Bama State to win the SWAC. If you're looking at it, we start SWAC play September 26th against Valley at home, right? Then you go to Bethune. Then you come back for homecoming. Let's get homecoming out the way. You got fam. Let's pack it out, right? Then we go on the road to UAPB. Hadn't played there in a while. Get the bye week. You got Magic City Classic, of course. Then you go to Texas Southern after Magic City Classic. You got to go to Houston. Then you at home for the rest of the games. So once you get past Texas Southern, you at the crib for the next 3 weeks, trying to close this SWAC championship, trying to close in on the SWAC East. Let's see who we can meet. Let's see if PV, because we can really beat PV right there, depending on who else is good in the SWAC West. Probably can knock PV out of contention. Yeah. We got to, yeah, exactly. We just got to beat the big dogs. Yeah. We definitely got to get back on FAMU, though, because last time we had them for homecoming, they beat us. So we got to get them back. This get back season. Then we going to have to get Jackson State back because we ain't beat them yet. We got to get them, right? We can't let PV get them get back on us. Yeah. Good question, Alvin. So I have no idea. They haven't announced where the game's going to be in Birmingham. E-Rob don't even know. Nobody knows yet. All we know is the game is in Birmingham. But it will probably be, if I had to guess, I don't want to guess because I don't want to be wrong. But it's a toss-up. It's either one. It's either one, right? And I'm sure they're going to come out with that probably soon because they're going to want you to buy tickets for that game. Marshall Faulk's first game as coach at Southern, they're going to want you to buy tickets for that game for sure. Yeah. Legion Field, oh, it will be. If it's Legion Field, it will be packed out. Bethune-Cookman looking good, yeah. That's one of the games that I'm looking on the schedule. You know, we're going to still be looking at the schedule throughout the off season. But you're looking at maybe 2 trap games. You're looking at the Bethune-Cookman game on the road, and you're looking at Texas Southern on the road. Because TSU is right after Magic City Classic and right before Jackson State. And then you're looking at Bethune, that's right after Valley and right before homecoming. So looking at those games, UAPB could possibly be a trap game too, because it's after homecoming. So, yeah. Yeah. You think they need to have that protected? Now, if you're looking at the ambiance in the better stadium, and imagine if it was a night game, yeah. But if they want to have that Legion Field, I mean, Magic City Classic get Legion Field. So you know what? I don't think it'll be at Legion Field because Magic City Classic is at Legion Field. Why would we play at Legion Field twice? That's a good. Yeah. It might be a protective. It might. Yeah. We're not losing to Arkansas peanut butter. I doubt it. Nah, we're not losing to them. Nah. But just keep your eyes peeled on Bethune and Texas Southern as trap games. I'm going to leave it at that. Troy is going to be a game to see where we at. Because I'm sure we can beat Southern. I'm sure we're going to beat Lane. But Troy and Kilpatrick will tell you, we can beat Troy. But, I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a test. But I'm going to challenge everybody to come to that Troy game. I'm going to challenge everybody that's in the Gump or in the surrounding areas to come to that Troy game. It's only a 45-minute ride up the road. We need to pack that out. We need to bring as many Hornet fans to Troy Stadium as we can. Yeah, for sure. Dave C already said he's going to be there. Absolutely, man. Season tickets are on sale right now. So if y'all want to get y'all season tickets, y'all can. Or if y'all already a season ticket holder, I'm sure you already got the email. Yeah. Wolf and Will try to keep, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Can make more money at Legion Field. Absolutely. So we'll see. I guess it depends on it's gonna depend on a lot. But that's something interesting to know. Will the game be at Protective or will it be at Legion? Right. Yeah, bro, you got to come on to that Troy game. You got to make that. Circle that on your calendar, man. February 12th is very important, right? Everybody going to be at the Labor Day Classic because that's the first home game. So y'all come on, right? But after that, the next week, y'all come on to Troy too, man, because we got to take the show on the road. We got to take the show on the road because the next week is a bye week. So on the 19th, you ain't got no game to go to. So you might as well come on to Troy. Might as well, because you're going to have a bye week after that. I would say Protective is a side chick stadium. Man, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard nothing like that. Man, hey, shouts out to Alvin Moore. He always come up with the good comments like this, man. A side chick stadium? Bro, where you get that from? Hey, man, Alvin Moore, he always come out of nowhere with one, but always. But yeah, man, make sure y'all do what y'all got to do to donate to the NIL fund. We need some money, right? You know, they say we ain't begging, you know, but we just putting it out there, right? We just putting it out there so y'all to donate a little bit because, like I say, points giving challenge don't start until August 29th after the first game. So that's a long time. In the meantime, in between time, you can text Swarm as one to 71777 to donate you a little change to the NIL fund. It all goes to the student athletes. We got to get this money back up, man. We got to get this money back up. So y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Yeah. So many members at Legion Field, for real, man. So many members. Iron Bowl has been at Legion Field. I'd have been to so many Madison City Classic. You know, Birmingham Iron, I remember they played at Legion Field. But who knows? We might have 2 games at Legion. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be opposed of it. You know, be a lot of money for the community for sure. Absolutely. But I'm gonna get up out of here tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Share it to your people, man. I take tips and donations as well. It's on the bottom down there, man, to cash out. The channel's growing. But what I want you guys to do, we got to get to 1,000 subscribers. We at about 8, probably 869. I should be at 870 something after this show, right? Because somebody should have subscribed who hadn't subscribed yet. So please do that. Let's keep this thing growing. And I got a big announcement next week. So I'm going to do a show next week, probably on, I'm not going to do a show Sunday because that's Super Bowl Sunday. But next Wednesday, I'm going to do a show. So make sure y'all tune in next Wednesday. We're going to talk about something, right? But I'm also going to make a big announcement. And I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing in New Orleans in a couple weeks, right? So meantime, between time, thank you guys for joining, man. Do what my guy Dave C say. Like the stream. Do that on your way out. It's your boy JB. I appreciate all the love and support, man. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Much love. God bless all y'all.